For example, I had a client once, happened to be a motorcycle accident. The guy called up his wife after the accident, and he said, honey, I think I broke my leg. I'll call you from the emergency room.
All right.
He never spoke to her again. Unfortunately, he had a bleed on his brain and he died. Now, the person that hit him said he was a retired minister, had no money, rented his house, lived paycheck to paycheck, had no savings. His car was 25 years old, and said that was it. But I took his testimony and I said, where were you going? He said, to visit a friend. Why were you visiting the friend? He said, the friend was sick. I said, how did you know the friend? And he said, just, longtime friend. And I said to him, do you belong to any organizations? He says, yeah, I'm in the American Legion. I said, your friend you were visiting, was he in the American Legion too? He said, yeah, he was. I said, did you hold a position in the American Legion? He goes, yeah, I was the minister for our charter. I said, oh, American Legions have ministers? He said, yeah, ours did. And I said to him, were you visiting him as part of your obligations as minister for the American Legion? He says, no, I just did that on my own. I said, did you announce at the American Legion that you were doing that? He says, yeah, I might have. I said, was the American Legion covering any of your expenses? He says, yeah, I think they were paying for my gas.
Oh, wow.
So we kept in the American Legion and became a big case.
Wow.